Real Madrid and Chelsea tie 1-1 in Madrid. This game didn't really have a lot of chances. It was raining very, very hard through most of the game. It just made it hard to play good football. But overall, I think Chelsea was better. Chelsea looked more dangerous. The two best players on the field, in my opinion, were Christian Pulisic and N'Golo Kante. I think they were the two best players in this tie. And for Chelsea, they have to be frustrated. I think they looked like the better team. They played better football. They had the best chances. And unfortunately for Chelsea, Timo Werner missed another sitter, which is becoming a weekly thing. It's kind of reminding me of Fernando Torres when he had that terrible spell with Chelsea. But they paid all this money for Timo Werner, and he missed another sitter. Christian Pulisic put him on a platter in the first 10 minutes of the game, headering the ball down to him. Timo Werner 5 yards out, one-on-one against Courtois, and he can't put the ball in the back of the net. I know Chelsea fans are getting frustrated by him. I know Chelsea fans are getting tired. And they're running out of excuses. They're running out of patience for him. The optimism in these Chelsea fans has to be applauded because, I know a lot of other teams, everybody would have turned on Timo Werner. But one of the things that Chelsea fans are saying, that I'm seeing Chelsea fans are saying, is that at least he's getting to the spots. His positioning is right. He knows how to get into dangerous spots. He's still getting the chances. He's just not putting them away. And that eventually he is going to put them away. And it's going to be, it's going to be all jolly. Everything's going to be water under the bridge. He's going to be the signing they thought they were getting. But unfortunately for Chelsea fans, that's not how it works. With every miss that Timo Werner has, the more likely another miss becomes, because it's just going to kill his confidence. And it's going to continue to kill his confidence the more he misses. And confidence is one of the most important factors for a football player. If you don't have confidence, then you lose a lot of your skills. You lose a lot of your talent because you don't think you could do it. You start questioning yourself. And with soccer, everything is so snappy. It's a seconds decision. It just has to come naturally to you. And if you're doubting yourself, you're not able to make those decisions as quickly. You overthink it and you start missing goals. And I think that's what's happening with Timo Werner. Yeah, it's great that his ball movement is great, that he's there in the positions, in the correct time, in the correct place, but he just needs to start putting these chances away. And I feel bad for Tommy Abraham because I don't know if he did something to Thomas Tuchel. I don't know if he said something about his wife, if Thomas Tuchel has some dirt on him. I don't know what Tommy Abraham did, but he's just not getting playing time under Tuchel. He has played about 2 hours since Tuchel became the coach, and he's still the Chelsea top scorer. So I think they are giving Werner way too long of a thread, way too long of a leash. I think he's playing way too much. They need to cut his playing time because it's just not working. I know they paid a lot of money for him. I know that they hope and they wish that this signing pays off, but right now it's just not paying off, and they're leaving chances on the door against teams, and this might end up costing them. Real Madrid, this is their tournament. This is Real Madrid's tournament. They've won this more than any other team. So you got to put Real Madrid away when you get a chance. And Timo Werner had a chance and he missed. And we'll see how they do at Stamford Bridge on next Wednesday. But I am getting concerned with Timo Werner, and I'm not a Chelsea fan. So I could only imagine how Chelsea fans are feeling with Timo Werner. But as far as this game goes, Pulisic and N'Golo Kante were the two best players on the field. I didn't understand the Pulisic substitution. He was the most dangerous player for Chelsea. He scored the goal. The goal was a brilliant piece of footwork, how he got around Courtois, how he dribbled around the defense and had the composure and the cool head to score. He was the most dangerous player for Chelsea. He was earning fouls. He was getting players on cards for Real Madrid, and he gets subbed out. The only reason I would understand this is because he did have a yellow, so you're trying to protect him. You don't want him to get another yellow. And because Pulisic is known for getting injuries, so you don't want him to maybe pull a hammy. I think that's the main factor. I think Tuchel was preserving Pulisic. He doesn't want him to get an injury, a knock, if he plays maybe too many minutes. But he was the most dangerous player. So big props to the American, big props to Pulisic for the goal, for the game he had. And they're calling it the most influential game or the most influential goal by any American player ever in European competition. I think no American had ever scored in a semifinal in the Champions League. So round of applause for Pulisic. He had a great performance against Real Madrid. And for Madrid, they had a lot of injuries. I believe Modric and Kroos have injuries themselves, and they're playing through it. So shout out for those two greats. They're carrying the team. They're playing as best as they can right now with all the injuries. Courtois was huge. He had some key saves. He had that one big save against Timo Werner that at the beginning of the game that could have completely turned the tide. Marcelo looked lackluster. He doesn't have the legs anymore. He doesn't have the burst. He just looks pretty old. It's sad to say. Marcelo, a club legend. Mendy is really needed. Mendy is just so much younger. He has that pace. He has that burst. He's dangerous attacking from the wingback position. And Marcelo, he's just, unfortunately, it's that time of his career where he's getting old. He lost his step. He's a club legend, but obviously Mendy is needed. And Hazard came in the second half. He played sparingly. He was a non-factor when he came on. He didn't look dangerous. He didn't look like he was really going to create any danger for that Chelsea back line. We'll see how he does on Wednesday at Stamford Bridge. He's had some great days. He's had some great performances at Stamford Bridge. So hopefully for Madrid fans, he has a great game being back at Stamford Bridge. But we'll see. Benzema's a beast. He's a total monster. On his day, he's up there with Lewandowski as the best strikers in the game. He scored a beast of a goal. It came out of nothing, completely against the run of play. Chelsea was dominating. Chelsea looked like the dangerous team, and on a deflection, on a rebound, on just a loose ball in the 18-yard box, Benzema gets the ball, headers it to position himself on a volley, hits it. There's nothing Mendy could do to stop that shot, and he tied the game for Real Madrid. He also had he was going to score a screamer outside the 18-yard box with his left. It hit the post and it went out. Just Benzema is a monster, super underrated. The fact that he's still out of the French national team is criminal. He should be in there. He should have been a World Cup champion, but that's a topic for another day. Shout out to Benzema for having another great showing. How do I see this tie coming along? I think Chelsea might regret not going back to Stamford Bridge with the lead. Obviously, Real Madrid have to go to Stamford Bridge, have to go to Chelsea and look for the score, as Chelsea would move on right now with the away goals. But I think Ramos might be back next week. Mendy's going to be back, and Federico Valverde might be back too. So if Real Madrid get all their players back, if Hazard has another week to recover, hopefully we get a good Hazard next week. But Chelsea was definitely the better team this week. They were the better team in Madrid this week, and they go home with the 1-1 victory. I think they might lament that. They might wish that they would have put their chances away. But we'll see. I think it's going to be another tight game. There's not going to be a lot of goals scored at Stamford Bridge. If Real Madrid, I would not be surprised if the scoreline is 0-0 or 1-0 either way. I'm hoping for a 1-0 Real Madrid win, but we'll see.